So you mamas and you papas, you want to be smart how you raise your children. When you're giving them herbs, you only give them drops. Little infants only need 1 or 2 drops. I don't really play with herbs a lot with infants, especially lymphatic herbs. I would never want to do that. You could play with kidney herbs because they're little sweets. Kidney herbs, for the most part, are really corn silk and things like that. Gentle for the most part. But if you're working on anything on your infants, you need to work on the kidneys, the endocrine glands, that sort of thing. The nervous system, brain and nerve, upper circulation. These are the things you want to develop in your babies. And start getting them on the fruit that'll start cleaning the lymph system. Now your babies can go into healing crisis, cold and flu-like symptoms. That's what healing crises are cold and flu-like symptoms. So here we go. That's been that way for hundreds of years. Sorry, medical community, why don't you grow up? Grow up. You just suppress the whole world from your ignorance. Grow up. So, the same thing with this little 5-year-old. You're going to go after those kidneys because it's kidney deterioration. Well, of course it is. This is genetics. This is what we're seeing. And of course, when you understand the kidneys are connected to what? The lymphatic system. And what's the lymphatic system? Your main immune system. So all these people are virally dying is from what? Compromised immune system. So we take that word immune and put the word that the immune system is in is the lymphatic system. And the kidneys are the main eliminative organs along with your skin. That's why you see acne, psoriasis, all this stuff on you. This is all acid sewage from your cells that are not getting out. You got to get the thyroid. When you check your underarm temperature before you get out of bed in the morning, 98 would be good. Then you're going to sweat. Get out in the humidity. Sweat, sweat, sweat. Open up these doors. And you will feel so good. After a good cold and flu-like symptom, you get all cleaned out, the sinuses drained, you breathe better, your O2 sat goes way up. These are beneficial effects, not hide away and then you got to come back out and get it. I mean, this is the ignorance of this, and in my opinion, came from the CDC centers, is on a level unseen before. But to protect you and your children, and to have healthy children, raw foods are at the top of the heap. What animal cooks their food before they eat it? You kids out there, anybody know that? What animal cooks their food before they eat it? Some wash their food before they eat it, but I don't know of any that cooks their food before they eat it. I don't know. You want vital energy into your body because each cell is trying to connect to that. That energy, that swirling energy that it's a part of. And that comes in electrical foods. Electrical foods are foods that trees and plants grow for you and go, here, this is my gift to you. Oh, thank you. I love those blueberries you just made for me. Ooh. Or those strawberries. Or that navel orange. Oh, thank you, tree. That was delicious. That's what we have to get into. Instead of the mechanics of some of these corporations, like Monsanto and stuff, that think you can live off plastic chemistry. Stupid. Stupid. Matter of fact, unconscious and negative. So you see the negative forces are trying to dominate this world right now. And that's, you look at Hinduism, that Buddhism, I mean, this is all in there. Into Christianity, it's in all of them. The end of time, so to speak, or the recycling. What is this, the Kali Yuga? This is the golden age within the Kali Yuga, isn't it? In Hinduism? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been involved in all those teachings. But if you want to know God, you're the only doorway to it. And since you come from that, simply got to understand who you are and how do you get to that point. Don't care. Buddha got up after what? How many years sitting under a tree and goes, I don't give a crap anymore. I'm done. I'm in the now. Because there's nothing outside of that. You can't be outside of the now, only an illusion. So you've never left the heavens, ever. You can't. But the illusion that you're here is only your attention. Your attention is here. It's like your attention can be moved anywhere. You can move your attention anywhere you want it, right? Turn on that TV. Well, let's turn on Mountain Man, or let's turn on, they don't have Live PD anymore. But you can turn on any of these things like that. You can move your attention anywhere you want, and that's part of learning out-of-body travel. You can move your attention anywhere. This body isn't you. Your attention is being dominated by the energy of it and connected by this power cord. You're done with the body, but you're not done. You can't kill yourself. You're not from these bodies. You're not the bodies. You're not from creation. You're only playing in it. You're only turning the TV. Now let's watch Days of Our Lives right now. Who do I want to play? What role do I want to play in this? And that's what's happening with the children. They're playing all these Nintendos and all these things. They're losing themselves deeper into different worlds, artificial worlds. Well, this is an artificial world too, basically. Look at all the cartoons and the fakeness of everything. Everything's fake. Sponges, SpongeBob. I guess SpongeBob was found to make children's one side of the brain grow more than the other, I guess. I don't know. But, my God. The reality of things isn't being shown. It's taking you deeper and deeper away from the reality of you. So, have fun with this. Raise your children healthy. If you have any questions, please feel free to call in here. But this poor mother is going to go through some hell. So's the dad. Real bad hell. But you can't take your babies off of food 2 weeks. And remember, we're not herbivore babies. So giving a baby vegetable proteins, I mean, you could build a little gorilla out of them, I guess, but I would think the digestion. So we have to look at that baby. Pancreatic, could have a thymus gland deteriorated. It could be a whole host of problems, major malabsorption. And this is what you're facing as parents. And you're going to see your babies, they're not gaining weight and they look sickly. You're going to take them in and they go, well, what are you feeding them? Well, I'm keeping them raw foods. Well, that's the problem. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. There's nothing better than that food raw. Who can come up against me or you explaining how raw food is inferior to its counterpart destroyed and cooked? Who has scientific evidence to prove that it's better? No one. No one. Your raw foods is where it's at. Living foods. Forget the stove. Unless you want some tea. Or you want to fix some Indian food. No, but you see what I'm saying? So if you want healthy babies, the biggest thing is once they get up about 6 months or so, my opinion, you can start using some herbs a little more aggressively. Especially you want to start keeping in mind there's a lot of leukemic problems. So bone marrow's being a big problem, spleens are being a big problem. Now listen, the spleen, what is the organ of the spleen? What's the job? It refurbishes the blood, doesn't it? But it's also called a lymphoid organ, meaning that it's a lymphatic organ. It's a lymphatic tissue. Well, what's the blood doing running through it? Cleaning itself into the spleen, which is a lymphatic. It's all right there for them to get in the A&P books if they just put it together. They have to understand that kidneys, your kidneys, are the big deals. That's all this lower back. I hear all these nurses, well, I pulled my lower back turning a patient. No, you already had a weakness there. And you already have kidney problems to see the bags under your eyes, honey. We need to teach this planet what health is and how you get healthy and how to be a healthcare practitioner that knows their stuff. That's why I thank you for coming to our school. Our iridology class is coming along. It won't be long, and you're going to have an iridology class online that'll kick butt. And we're introducing, as you come to my live classes, lymphatic iridology, not on this planet yet. Except for you guys and us. We put it out how many years ago? And that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. The immune system, the immune system, the immune system. Well, use the word that goes with it. Synonymous, lymphatic, sewer system. With lymph nodes, understand why your lymph nodes have bacteria in them. And why would you kill the bacteria in your lymph nodes, Mr. Medical Doctor? You have any understanding of that? And why do you do that? You compromise the patient. All these people that have all these systemic pains, 3 pH pains, that's all from antibiotic use. You get into the I love this one, the tick bites and all this. Fibromyalgia and lupus and Lyme's and all this crap. It's all the same stuff. Systemic acidosis, and this isn't good. Most of you guys have got this, has had antibiotic use, or your mama did before you came in. Very low bacterial counts in the lymph nodes. Macrophages are low, so you can't break down. Matter of fact, you can't filter from the kidneys, so you can't get anything through the lymph nodes. If you can't get anything through the lymph nodes and out the kidneys, you can't move broken cells or damaged cells out of tissue. And that's what they're seeing. So they're thinking, oh, look, that's a cell's the problem. Because they're looking at the ass end of the donkey instead of looking at the whole donkey. You guys, I hope I'm teaching to look at the whole donkey. What are we doing? Oh, we did pretty good. Well, I love you guys. I hope I covered everything. I know we have a couple of questions. I'll come back and get them answered for you. But I wanted to go over these infants because it's important that we work on them, because medical doctors are snatching them like crazy. Child services all over the place are snatching babies, and it's not good. And these people are out of control. No, they're trusting people that do not understand the first thing about health. I don't care if you have the top medical doctors on the biggest board in the world. Ignorance is ignorance. And unless you understand what we understand, you don't understand how to get the body healthy or why children are having the problems that they're having. And we have a serious problem in the youth. And it's not just the infants. It's all you teenagers and 20-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6 years old. So we've got a big responsibility, don't we, guys? Put that helping hand out. Because if you want to know the kingdom, then work from the kingdom. You're the God person here. You're awakening to the fact that you're the God person. Wait a minute. I was just playing with my mind, and I was lost in the field of dreams. I was playing days of our lives. Now that I'm awake, let me put a helping hand and help others wake up from days of our lives. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube site. I appreciate it a lot, and I love you guys. Notice no pop-ups. No pop-ups. We don't play games. Our focus is health and getting you better, period, end of story. But I would sure like to waken you up if I could. Give you a major darshan kiss. Some of you know what darshan means, so look it up. Love you guys. Your job for the next week is be in the now. Be the observer. Don't be the thinker. They're a dime a dozen. Be the observer. Watch and see how life goes. Love you guys. Baraka Bashad. Namaste.